Hey, welcome Trailblazers. Excited to be with you this morning. We're going to be diving back into the epistle or the letter to the Thessalonians with Paul. But before that, I want you to think for a moment, just as we play the intro, about a time when you've gotten to spend time with someone who you really care about. They've given you their full attention. So think about that for a moment. We'll play the intro and then we'll jump in to our lesson for today. Hey, welcome. As you all know, I am Pastor John, and I'm going to be talking to you this morning about what we do when we really care about people. I wanted to tell you first about my time that I was thinking about. You may have thought of a time that you spent with a parent or a grandparent or maybe a teacher or a coach, but my time was with my brothers. Now my brothers, that might sound strange to you, especially those of you with younger siblings, but my brothers were 8 and 10 years older than I am, which meant that when I was growing up, a lot of times when I was your age, they were in high school and in college. That means that our relationship was a little bit different than many brothers and sisters. I really looked up to my brothers, and anytime they found time in their busy schedules to spend time with me and devote their full attention to me, that was really special to me. I remember sometimes when in the summer, if they didn't have work or something like that, they might take me to go to Six Flags, if you've ever been there. It's really a great time. Other times they took me to movies or bowling. I remember even sometimes when we would just go frisbee golfing together, but no grown-ups, just me and my brothers. Sometimes it was one of them, sometimes it was both. But the most important thing to me was that they were there. I remember the times when I did those things with them so much better than I remember the times that I did those things with anyone else. Because my brothers, when they paid attention to me, that really let me know that they loved me. Now, my brothers told me that they loved me all the time. That wasn't an issue. But sometimes showing somebody by spending time with them is even more important. And so, as we jump into this letter to the Thessalonians, I think that that's really what's going on here. See, I could read you the whole letter, but I'm going to summarize it for you instead, at least the second chapter. See, Paul says it this way. He says, hey, I am a messenger of God, and I came for you on behalf of God. Don't ever question that I was doing and spending time with you because I was being selfish. I wasn't. Instead, I was doing it for you. I never asked for any money or anything from you. I just wanted to spend time with you. As for what other people thought of me, I never sought that from anyone. Instead, I acted like a child among you. Or rather, as a parent taking care of their child. And then here's the verse that I want you to really remember, and we'll put it up at the end. We loved you so much, this is verse 8. We loved you so much that we shared with you not only God's good news, but our own lives too. There are so many times in our lives when we might feel compelled to share the good news that God loves people, that Jesus is the best way to get to know God. Those are important things to share with our family members and friends. But if we only share those things by saying them, sometimes we don't do our best work. Just like the way that my brothers were able to show me that they loved me, show me that they cared about me by spending time with me, Paul says he spent time, he shared his life with the people that he was with. And so that is my encouragement for you this morning. I want you to go out and I want you to think about those people who might really like to spend time with you. Maybe you have younger siblings, and sometimes it's not always fun to spend time with them. They don't like doing the same things that you do. Sometimes they're not old enough to play the games that you can play. But maybe it would mean a lot if you spent some time with them. Or maybe you don't have any siblings or you don't have any younger siblings, but you have a younger cousin. Maybe they would really like to hear from you. Maybe it's a grandparent, somebody not younger than you at all. Maybe it's a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle that has been really missing you because we've all been in quarantine. Maybe just spending some time with them through Skype or through FaceTime or just on the phone would be an opportunity for you to show them that you love them, not just tell them. Paul teaches us, the Bible teaches us, that showing people the love of God is just as important as telling them about the love of God. And that's why Paul says, again, in verse 8, sorry, I lost my place. In verse 8, we loved you so much that we shared with you not only God's good news, but our own lives too. Guys, I encourage you to go out this week. Be trailblazers for God. And the trail that I want you to blaze this week is just showing someone that you love them by spending time with them. Can you do that for me? All right. I'll see you next week. And as always, keep on learning.